Children, today we will do reading for understanding. This is not any unit, it's just practice. Today you do this in your practice book. Okay, now this is page number 67, reading for understanding. This is like comprehension passages. Already you have an idea. So I will do one or two, the remaining you have to do as homework. Okay, so now the first one is read the following poem. So what's the poem? Who has seen the wind? Neither I nor you. But when the leaves hang trembling, the wind is passing through. Who has seen the wind? Neither you nor I. But when the trees bow down their heads, the wind is passing by. This was written by Christina Rossetti. Okay, so now by seeing this poem, by reading this poem, what did you understand? It's the poem is about the wind, right? So there are some questions asked below the poem. So let us answer them. What's the first one? Has the poetess seen the wind? Has the poetess seen the wind? Wind can be seen, children? No, it cannot be seen. Even the poetess did not see the wind. So you have to simply write no. The poetess did not see the wind. That way. Then what's the second question? How does the poetess know that the wind is passing by? So there are some clues. What can be the clues? Yes, because by seeing the trembling leaves, and also one more point is bowing their heads. You can see the poem. Okay, when the trees bow down their heads, when wind passes only the trees bow down their heads, right? And the leaves will be trembling. So by the words seeing the trembling leaves, seeing the trembling leaves. Okay, and also one more is trees bowing their heads down is one more line we can write. Okay, so that way we can answer the questions. Now I will go to the next passage, next page, and I will send the answers to you children. You can write them. Now match the following with their correct meanings. So here, what is the matching here? Leaves hang trembling. Leaves hang trembling means yes, leaves shake because of wind. So this will be the correct one. Then the second one, trees bow down their head. Trees bow down their head. Why? Because trees bend because of the wind. So these two will be the correct things. Okay. So we shall go to the next part. What is the next part here? Now we have a passage here. We have to do a passage. Yeah. Most of us know that the plants have life, but very few of us know that plants can hear too. In 1960, an Indian scientist working on plants found that plants responded to music and grew taller and stronger than plants that grew without any music. The scientists noticed that the rice growing in paddy fields grew strong, healthy, and produced more when Indian music was played to them. In most cases, harvests went up between 25 and 60%. Later, a scientist in the USA tried to find out what kind of music plants prefer. To her surprise, she found that the plants did not like rock music at all. In fact, all her plants died when a shrill rock number was played. On the other hand, her plants loved classical music, especially Indian classical, and some plants even flowered when soft jazz music was played. So nice paragraph, right, children? Very new and interesting thing we have learned here. So now we will answer the questions. Write true, T for true, and F for false statements. The first one, plants can hear. So plants can hear. Do you agree, children? Yes. So you have to write here true. Uh, then Plants that grew with music did not seem to be any different from those that grew without music. No, there is a difference. So this is a false statement. A scientist in the USA found that her plants preferred rock music. No, her plants preferred actually Indian classical, right? And some plants flowered when Indian music was played to them. Exactly. So it is true. Sorry, here the next, this statement is false, children. Not true. Fine. This is a false statement. Yeah. Okay. Then we have next. What happened to the rice in the paddy field when music was played to it over a period of time? So what happened, children? What we read here there? Actually, what happened? Yes, the rice in the paddy fields grew strong, healthy, and produced more. The rice in the paddy fields grew strong, healthy, and produced more. Okay, fine. What kind of music did the plants like? Yeah, the plants liked Indian classical music. Okay, this is the answer. Now, we shall go for the next part. I gave these answers. You can copy from the PDF. Choose and tick the most appropriate title for the passage. Yes, I can choose the title as yes, music for plants, Indian music, plants. I can hear you, music for plants. It's related for music and plants. So I think the suitable title can be music for plants, children. Okay, fine. Now there is one more poem, The Cow. The friendly cow, all red and white, I love with all my heart. She gives me cream with all her might to eat with apple tart. Apple tart is a dish, children. She wanders lowing here and there. Lowing means making slow sound. And yet she cannot stray. Stray means losing the way. Okay, losing the way, but it won't. It wanders here and there, but it never loses its way. All in the pleasant open air, the pleasant light of day, and blown by all the winds that pass, and wet with all the showers. She walks among the meadow grass and eats the meadow flowers. This is about a friendly cow, children. How is the cow? Friendly. What is the color of the cow? Red and white. And what it gives cream, and you can eat it in the apple tart. This was written by R.L. Stevenson. And what he's saying, it wanders lowing here and there. It makes slow sound and moves here and there. But yet she cannot stray. S-T-R-A-Y. Stray means losing the way. All in the pleasant open air, the pleasant light of the day. It gets a lot of light. It is happy in the pleasant light, and also blown by all the winds. It is blown by wind. So many winds come, but it doesn't wander or lose its way. And wet with all showers. So when it rains also, it doesn't lose its way. She walks among the meadow grass. Meadow means big grasslands, and eats the meadow flowers. It likes to eat the meadow flowers. Okay. So what is the color of the cow, children? Yes, color of the cow is red and white. So I will take red and white. The poet gets dash from the cow. What the poet gets from the cow? Apple tart, apples, cream. Yes, he actually gets cream, and then he eats with the apple tart. Okay, fine. What is the next question? The cow has for its fruit meadow flowers. Actually, what it has? Meadow flowers. So the answer is meadow flowers. Fine. Okay. Then what is the next paragraph? Match the words with the meanings. Might. Might means power, children. What is meaning of might? Might means power. So, might is nothing but mighty. Okay, mighty is power. Wander. Wander means I told you. Wander means to move here and there. Lowing. Lowing is making low voice. And stray means to lose way. Fine? Yeah. Fill in the blanks. So what are fill in the blanks? The poet finds the cow to be, how is the cow actually, children? Yes, it is very friendly. It's very friendly. He enjoys the cream from its milk with the apple tart. He feels that the cow wanders there in all kinds of weather but does not stray. Stray means I told you lose its way. The cow enjoys the open air and the pleasant light. It even bears the blowing winds and also gets wet in the showers. But in spite of all this, the cow continues to walk in the meadows, to eating the meadow flowers. Okay? So this is the paragraph. If you read the poem again, you will understand, children. Okay? So next is a chameleon. So this you have to read and answer, this one and the second one. Okay? So both of them you have to do it yourself. Okay, children, this is homework. So complete the exercises. Thank you, children.